You've just sent money to a friend, or maybe you've made a purchase online. The transaction shows as pending, and now you're tapping your foot, waiting impatiently for those funds to clear. Especially if you're using Monese, right? You're probably wondering, how long does a transaction take to clear on Monese? Well, let's dive in and find out. First things first, let's talk about what actually happens when you make a transaction. It's not as simple as money magically teleporting from your account to someone else's. There's a whole process involved, and it varies depending on a few factors. We're going to break down the different types of transactions and how long each one typically takes to clear on Monese. Don't worry, we'll keep it simple and easy to understand. Let's start with the most common type of transaction, person-to-person payments. If you're sending money to another Monese user, you're in luck. These transfers are usually instant. That means as soon as you hit send, the money is available to the recipient. It's like digital magic. But what if you're sending money to someone who doesn't use Monese? Well, it depends on the payment method. If you're using faster payments in the UK, your money should arrive within 2 hours. But if you're using a traditional bank transfer, it could take anywhere from 2 to 3 business days. Now, let's talk about card payments. When you use your Monese card to make a purchase, the transaction is usually authorized almost immediately. However, it can take a few days for the funds to officially clear your account. This is because the merchant needs to process the payment and your bank needs to verify everything. Online purchases are similar. You'll often see a pending charge on your account while the transaction is being processed. Once everything is confirmed, the charge will become finalized. But what about international transfers? Well, that's where things can get a bit more complicated. International transfers typically take longer to clear due to the involvement of multiple banks and currency exchange. You can expect anywhere from 2 to 5 business days for these types of transfers. It's important to note that these are just general estimates. There are always exceptions, and factors like bank holidays or technical issues can cause delays. So, to summarize, Monese-to-Monese transfers are usually instant, domestic transfers can take a few hours or days, and international transfers can take several days. But what if your transaction is taking longer than expected? Don't panic. There are a few things you can do. First, check the transaction status in your Monese app. This will give you the most up-to-date information. If you're still unsure, you can always contact Monese customer support. They'll be able to investigate the issue and provide you with an answer. And there you have it. Now you know how long to expect your Monese transactions to clear. Remember, these are just general guidelines, and there can always be exceptions. But with this information, you should have a better understanding of what's going on behind the scenes. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.